Good afternoon, and thank you for being here to help us celebrate graduation for, turns out to be 18 young men who came down to the finish line with us. We had 20, but finished with 18 here today, and there's some special young men. I want to especially thank members of school board who are here with me. My keynote speaker, Ms. Wanda Finney, Assistant Secretary for DJJ. We're so appreciative of her agreeing to be here and speak with us today. School board member Dee Crumpler is here in support. Chief Jones is here in support of us. And several steering committee and intervention team members are here. Workshop presenters, and then special thanks to the parents, our parents who are able to be here with us today. Dr. Moore, our steering committee chairperson, is out of town today. And so on his behalf, the co-chair, Brooke LaCour, is going to bring greetings from our steering committee.
Thank you, Larry. Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all 18 of you. This is a very special day, and I hope you've gained a lot this summer. We have a steering committee that meets regularly. It is a group of very passionate individuals and businesses that are coming together to try to create just additional opportunities to help all of you succeed and excel in your life. All the steering committee members, if you'll please raise your hand, if you can see the diversity that we have. It's a very large group. Larry, we probably average about 30 at our meetings. Is that correct?
That's about right.
We average about 30 members, and it's businessmen and women. It is representatives from all the law enforcement, from the police, fire, schools, education, everything. I work for Goodwill, and what we bring to the table is a technology experience and also some work development. So how we originally started was Larry and I met. We asked if we could provide some technology skills. We had young men come out to Goodwill. They would learn for 9 weeks they worked with us. They'd learn how to take the computers apart, put them back together, learning that skill. Then they would also work on the software program. And at the end, they would have the front end of the computer and the back end of the computer to be able to take that knowledge, experience, opportunity, and do whatever you would like to do with it. Once you got the new portable, we decided that we would just move over there. So Goodwill did donate all the computers in there for y'all to have a computer lab to work. And that's just one example of what Goodwill does, but each of the steering committee members, they bring what they can to the table to make this program so successful. And what that does is gives you the opportunity so you can thrive and be successful. Thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Brooke. Next, we'll have remarks from Dr. Henderson on behalf of Superintendent Pons.
Thank you, Larry. I'm Marvin Henderson, Deputy Superintendent for Leon County Schools, and also good afternoon, everyone. I am so honored to be a part of this program. Our superintendent had another engagement, actually had two other things besides this one that he was competing with. He really wanted to be here, but he asked me if I might come in his stead to just be a part of this great occasion. To the young men who are sitting in front of me, I actually saw you Tuesday night, I think it was, when you came to the board meeting, and I can remember how impressed I was to see you come in, the way you walked in, the way you carried yourself. Your deportment is what it's called. And I just want to congratulate you on being the people you are. Just want to say this, we're very proud of you, and just remember this, success is not necessarily to the person who just stands, but the person who gets up more times than they've been knocked down. So you've all demonstrated that you're in the fight and you're willing to step forward and do the very best that you can to be all that you can be. So we're very proud of you for your efforts, and now we want you to go forward and make us proud. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Henderson. The occasion today is to honor these young men who chose to spend their time this summer, spend some quality time this summer with their 50 Large family. And the kind of things that we did were certainly going to impact them in a positive way. They could have been at home sleeping and kind of just hanging out, but they chose to spend some quality time with their 50 Large family. I want to introduce Alejandro Zepeda and Sean Fraser. Please stand up. Ron Francis is still running hard out there trying to make sure we get everything we need. But we've got just a super group of case managers, uncles, to hang out with Granddaddy to help these young men try to figure out what it's really all about. And so rather than just hanging out in the hood and getting a little extra sleep, they chose to attend a school board meeting and end up on the front page of the newspaper for all the right reasons, and had some just super workshops. Gary Simmons here has done for the second year in a row, president of Data Set Ready. Second year in a row, he comes in and speaks to the guys with a professional presentation on choices. We had a workshop on financial management from Capital City Bank, Lisa Elam. We had Jessica Lowe Minor come in and talk about civics with the guys, president of Tallahassee's League of Women Voters. We had this great group of law officers do a law enforcement relations workshop with the guys. Those guys are here, Lieutenant Looney, Lieutenant Childs. I want to get their ranks right now. Lieutenant Childs, we had Lieutenant Eric Childs, Lieutenant Slade wasn't able to be here, Lieutenant Rod Looney, Art Shepard was not able to be here. Art Shepard is here. All right, I didn't see you. All right, thank you. Officer Ray Garcia is here. And Assistant Police Chief Glenn Sapp from Quincy, Assistant Police Chief Glenn Sapp. Guys had a chance to spend time learning from these guys that they don't have to be afraid of policemen. In fact, they can be some of their best friends. And so this kind of an opportunity for exposure, and they still have a little bit of question about that, but we're going to help them get all the way over those hurdles. But then the field trips were exceptional. We took a field trip over to the Joint Communications Center, city-county new $147 million facility over there. Again, as guest of Gary Simmons, had a chance to see that before it even got into full operation. Very, very impressive. Mike Sheridan, our super supporter and my mentor, hosted the guys on a field trip to FBMC Benefits Management to learn the insurance business. We had a field trip to the John G. Riley House and Museum for our young men to gain some perspective on the black history so rich here in Tallahassee. And then the icing on the cake, we took the guys to Atlanta on a field trip, and they had the tour of Morehouse College and CNN. And so they have had some experiences this summer that it's gonna have a lasting impact on them. And so, that's the occasion. We're celebrating them making that kind of choice, that kind of decision, because they didn't have to be with us this summer. It's always optional with us with 50 Large. And so I need for you to help us. I think everybody has one of these because, see, some of the guys are very new, and so just have had this 6 weeks or so with us. And this is where we start and end with them. And so you help us with these guys today, and as you have a chance to interact with them, whenever you see them, these are the standards. This is what the bottom line is with 50 large. And so the kinds of things that it's just a basic success formula. And we've made progress. It's some of the guys, it's almost like they're gonna break their arm trying to pull their pants up. And I had to reassure them, your arm will not break. And that if you are gonna have a chance to walk into somebody's office or business and apply for a job, it's gonna start right here. And so, we're making progress with yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and please and thank you. Eye contact, sitting up, pulling up, and then reading. See, that's the other part that I kind of skipped over there that you need to know. Basic component this summer was reading tutoring that's delivered by our academic coordinator, Kelly C., not able to be here with us today. Kelly is the teacher liaison with Florida Department of Education and just a reading guru. And so she's been helping the guys improve their reading skills, work on their summer reading assignments. So you can see what we've been doing this summer has been a broad and comprehensive brush that these guys are going to benefit from. So I'm not going on and on because I could go on and on. But that's the occasion. They have come down to the finish line. A couple guys didn't make it. We had 20, but they have to hold the line right all the way to the finish line. And so we have 18 here. A couple guys that will be able to come back in the fall if they opt back in and stay with us for a while and still be able to get the stipend money that they had earned this summer. So that's the occasion, guys. And Mr. Francis is here. Everyone needs to know that our operations manager is Mr. Ron Francis. And Ron and my guys, I'm telling you, I really value them. We have a great crew put together here, good nucleus. We need a few more guys. We're out here scratching and fighting and clawing and looking for a nickel and a dime anywhere we can find it so that we can hire some more guys like Ron and Ali and Sean. So, but without further ado, our keynote address, and again, we just feel really blessed to have had the chance to develop this kind of rapport with the Department of Juvenile Justice. And Ms. Wanda Williams-Finney, the Assistant Secretary in charge of Prevention and Victim Services, is our keynote speaker this evening. Ms. Finney, this afternoon. Ms. Finney has a rich background of youth advocacy, 14 years as a public defender in New Jersey, and in the department under her, they are making the kind of changes that are very beneficial for the young men who are really looking for that opportunity to change their lives. So a big hand for Ms. Wanda Finney.
Well, first I want to say that when you work for a government entity, you always come with notes. And you guys will learn that as you move on. The wonderful thing about being here today is the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice and Education. It is a perfect combination, and I am really glad that we were able to pull this off this summer. Congratulations to you guys. My heart has been with 50 Large since the first day that I got to Tallahassee, met Larry, and had the opportunity to hear about this program. You all are really a special group. The fact that you are here today means that you have reached success. You have made choices in your lives that have brought you here to be able to sit in the front row, to be able to sit in front of the adults, to be the ones that are honored, to be the ones that don't have to be told what you should be doing today. These standards that are on this paper, these aren't just for children. These are the standards by which we should all live every day. These are the standards by which I ask my staff to live by every day. My children, my friends, my siblings. You all are special in that you're young and that you have made choices in your young lives that there are many adults that have not been able to make. You have come here before us to make your families proud, to make yourselves proud. You know, the Department of Juvenile Justice, we have that 7-pointed star, which I wish we could change. Because in the real world of the juvenile justice system, as we are going through now, under what we call our roadmap to system excellence, is one that puts preventing young men and young people from going into the juvenile justice system at each and every part of our continuum. In the perfect world, we would close down, and there wouldn't have to be a DJJ, and there wouldn't have to be detention centers and jails and residential programs, because all young men would be making the choices in their lives that would keep them from coming into our system. And as adults, we would be setting up a system and a lifestyle for you all where that choice would be easy. Challenges are in front of us every single day, at your age, at our age, as you sit as students in schools, in work. We all have challenges. The difference is those who can take those challenges and recognize opportunities that can help them overcome them. This has been an opportunity for you all to be here for these 4 weeks, 6 weeks. How long has it been, Larry? To be here for these 6 weeks and to learn more in 6 weeks than some people learn in a lifetime. You know, every time I've been in the company of kids from 50 large, whether it's this group, whether it's at some other things I've been to during the course of the school year, been nothing but gentlemen. Gentlemen of whom all parents and family members and friends and teachers, police, educators, we should all be proud. You all resemble a cross-section of demographics, a cross-section of presentation. You break down stereotypes. You show us that young men can come in front of us in all sizes, shapes, colors, haircuts, pants, sizes, heights, and can still be gentlemen. Not be threatening, but be gentlemen. So for DJJ to be able to put our money in the right place, at the right time, for the right kids, this has been very, very important. That is the hallmark of our roadmap to system excellence. To be able to spend a portion of money on preventing kids from going into the system. And if you take one child, for each child that sits in a residential program, which if you break it down is really jail. Because anytime you have your liberties taken away from you and somebody is telling you what to do, you might as well be in jail. So for every child that we service in a residential program, we can service 17 kids sitting here with prevention money. We can save our taxpayers' dollars. That's something you all will find out about. But for the adults, you know what that means. Save our taxpayers' dollars, protect public safety, and still give you all what you need to become productive, tax-paying members of this society. This has been a perfect marriage for the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, for the Leon County School System, and for all of the other stakeholders and partners that have come here today. A perfect marriage to put our money where our mouth is. We talk about wanting to help our children. We talk about wanting to put our children on the right track, and this gives us the opportunity to do it. So on behalf of Secretary Wansley Walters from the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, we are proud that we have been able to do this today. You have brought yourselves here, and more than anything else, you should be proud of yourself. It's said that success is not often when you stand up, but how many times you fall down and then you get up. And there's a saying, and I heard it about 10 years ago, a young lady said it during an oratorical presentation, And I'm going to close with it because it's something by which I live, something by which I hope that you all live. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. Thank you. Congratulations, young men, parents, friends, family, stakeholders, and most of all, congratulations, 50 Large.
Thank you, Mrs. Finney. We certainly are blessed. We are ecstatic that we have been able to partner with Florida Department of Juvenile Justice. They are putting their money where their mouth is. We see them all the time. They're putting on workshops around this city, and so I know they're doing the same thing around the state, bringing young people together so that they can have these kinds of interactions with law enforcement. And so this opportunity that we had this summer was truly, a blessing. And so we look forward to a long and fruitful relationship with the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice. The Secretary is doing a great job, the roadmap, they've laid it out, and now they're just putting it into action. This is action right here. It's on paper, but then you see it in action. Okay, next. Now, with our certificates for our sponsors and presenters, we just want you to stand and be recognized, and we'll get your certificate for you later. But then the guys are going to come up and shake hands and get their certificate today. Our guys earned stipend money this summer. One thing that we definitely believe in at 50 Large is that when guys are demonstrating progress, they should be compensated. It should be an incentive. So we have always done that in all the programs that I've been associated with. This summer, they earned $10 for each session that they attended. On the long trip to Atlanta, they earned $20. See, so guys could stand to earn $100 to $120, and we have such wonderful support in this community, generous support, who have contributed so that we could continue that tradition. So we are going to be able to pay the stipends because our DJJ grant, it had those kind of limitations, so our support in the community has come through again. But now our sponsors and presenters, just stand and be recognized, and we'll get your certificate to you later. Certainly our primary sponsor, Florida Department of Juvenile Justice. Everybody that's here, please stand if you are affiliated with the department and be recognized. And we do have a certificate, Ms. Finney. Platinum sponsor Kim Williams, Marpan Supply, was not able to be here. Things were happening so fast this summer, and we had to just go ahead on and get our dates established, and so a lot of people were not available today. Kim Williams, Marpan Supply, was one of our platinum sponsors. Mike Sheridan, FBMC Benefits Management. Mike is here every time that we call on him, but they had a very important meeting at FBMC today. He's retired, but he's still very involved with the company. He was the founder and the president as he retired. Gary Simmons is here, president of Data Set Ready, presenter and a very generous sponsor. Thank you, Gary. Dr. Michael Moore is traveling today. Dr. Moore is Leon County Schools Director of Transportation Services. He is our chairperson of the steering committee, and he has helped us tremendously with transportation. He made it possible for us to have the headquarters. You're going to have a chance to go over and tour, but he's out of town, but he contributes financially and every way that he can. Dr. Michael Moore. Give him a hand. Pastor Rudy Ferguson is not here today, but he is always supportive and contributed. Torrance Adams, our presenter, community youth activist, Torrance Adams. You guys need to meet Torrance when you get a chance. Torrance is a super young man, just helping us tremendously. Lisa Elam is here. Lisa is here. Good. I'm glad. I know we spoke, and Lisa did the financial management workshop for us. Excellent workshop. Thank you so much. Daniel Halliman from FAMU and FSU, the engineering, biomedical, and chemical engineering department. He did a workshop with our guys. They actually learned to make a battery. They made a battery during the workshop, and so they learned something about science, and hopefully somebody might get that spark and want to pursue. Jessica Lowe Minor, president of League of Women Voters in Tallahassee, super workshop on our civics and voting rights. And all of my law enforcement officers who did the workshop, please stand. All of those guys are here. Okay. Lieutenant Childs, Lieutenant Young, and Looney, and Garcia, and Outlaw, those guys, and Sapp, all of my guys just did a great job, and we appreciate them. Shepard, Sergeant Shepard, and Mike Sheridan, again, is not able to be here with us, and Gary Simmons did a presentation. We've got those certificates for you, and so we'll make sure you get those. And we're going to have our guys come up to get their certificates, and so let's have them. And I need Brooke, Dr. Henderson, can come up and shake these guys' hands, please. Ms. Finney. Everybody wants to, I want everybody to shake hands here. Hand them to you, Larry. Okay, Lance Anderson. Where's the good photo?
Marcus Ryan II. Herbert Clark.
What was the last name? Congratulations.
Trajan Colvin. Congratulations.
Trajan.
Quindarius Dugan. Alan Goldsmith Jr. Daniel Glover.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man.
Brandon Hall.
Speak up. Switches.
Congratulations, well done.
Hey, man, congratulations. Congratulations, young man. Good job, man.
Jamal Johnson.
Congratulations, well done.
Congratulations, Jamal. Good job, Jamal.
Chadwick Livingston.
Congratulations. Chadwick,
Montez McGriff.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Rayshawn Mills.
Congratulations, well done.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Joshua Tinsley.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Marvin Williams.
Sherry?
Congratulations, well done.
Congratulations, man.
Tevin Williams.
Congratulations. Devin, good job. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Tyler Williams.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Tyler. Good job.
And Eric Wells.
Congratulations, well
Hey,
done.
you did a good job at the school board meeting the other night, man. Proud of you. Good job. He told us he appreciated us lecturing. Put it for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you please stand and congratulate our 2013 class graduates.
Okay, as we get ready to wrap it up, Dee Crumpler, school board member, needs to come and bring a message from Leon County School Board.
All right, the 3 B's of public speaking, you know what they are, gentlemen? It's a teachable moment. Be good, be brief, and be gone, especially when you're between the audience and food. On behalf of the Leon County School Board and our chair, Georgia Joy Bowen, I would be absolutely remiss. Larry has thanked everyone in this room, but as I said, how fortunate Tuesday night we are to these young men to have somebody like Larry Thompson, who truly serves with a servant's heart. And what I mean by that is that he puts others ahead of his own needs and wants at times. So I'd like everybody to give Larry Thompson a huge round of applause. And in closing, as Deputy Secretary Finney said, gentlemen, you've had an opportunity that not too many young men your age in this country or in this community have had. And, you know, as I said Tuesday night at the school board meeting, as a takeaway, you have an obligation. And your obligation today is to go out into this community and exemplify the things that you learned here in 50 Large. And I'm telling you as an employer, I've got 1,200 people in my department. And, you know, Larry talks about the financial gains of what you've learned this weekend. If you can take the 7 things, or the last 6 weeks, excuse me, if you can take the 7 things and commit to those 7 things that you have done, as the city's, I'm also the Director of Parks and Recreation with the City of Tallahassee. I invite you to call me. Larry knows how to get a hold of me. I'm looking for young men that can exemplify those 7 standards, whether it's here or, as the Deputy Secretary said, in life and at work. If you can do those are the kind of people and young men that I want working for my department. I know that the chief is looking for some great young men to become police officers in this community. The secretary is. I know Dr. Henderson, as Associate Superintendent Rocky Hanna is also. We're looking for future teachers. No matter your profession, no matter what you want to do, if you take these 7 models that you learned, you stick to them, you have an opportunity to become outstanding young men. And I also want to take a personal moment of privilege before I sit down to thank especially the men and especially the law enforcement officers that took time out of your day. You have an opportunity here to develop relationships and take the message that you learned from them back out into the community and to prevent some things that have happened in our community, hopefully, that have happened around the world. As young black men, as young white men, you have an opportunity to diminish what I talked about at the school board meeting on Tuesday night about the fear of simply seeing a young black man in our community. Show them, prove to them that you are better, you're deserving of their respect, that you've earned this community's respect, which all of us in this room have. You've got, again, a group of people in this room that love you, that care about you, and want nothing more than to see you succeed in life. And so with that, thank you very much and congratulations.
We are going to have remarks from Chief of Police Dennis Jones.
Thank you, Larry, and first of all, again, congratulations to what you've been able to do today or this summer. Exemplify. That was something that Dee Crumpler just said, and you all are going to go out and be fine examples to other young people in this community. And one of the biggest keys that I can tell you is that education is going to be the key. Education will open up a lot of doors, but what you've learned this summer and what you continue to learn in life is that you all are going to be an example to others that just like you and other young people out there. You've got many challenges ahead of you, but you've already met one challenge this summer by continuing in this program. And I'm very proud of what you all have done, but I expect a lot out of each one of you too, because I know that every one of us up here is looking at you as we were your age at one time, believe it or not. I know sometimes you may not believe that when you look at us old gray-haired folks up here, but we really are proud of what you do. But this is your start. This is your beginning, and what you do with it is in your hands right now, gentlemen. So I hope that you will succeed in life and be whatever you dream to be, but be whatever you want to be. But keep education in mind. You can't do much without education, be it vocational education or you go on to academics, because I think there's some great things can be done by each one of you in this room if you just set your mind to it. But congratulations and thank you.
We got one more, Mr. Hanna, Rocky Hanna, former principal. Putting him on the spot here, but he's at the district now, a longtime principal, and I know he has some words for my guys.
Well, I'll just echo what the chief said, and I'm going to be very, very brief, but a proud moment, a teachable moment. You all should be, again, very proud of this accomplishment, but next month, school starts back. So when you go home tonight, you need to look yourself in the mirror, because at the end of the day, that's the person you answer to. Mommy and daddy and auntie and grandma, they aren't always going to be there. It's just you. So tonight, I challenge each of you, when you look in the mirror and you're brushing your teeth and you look back, that person looking back at you, that's who you owe all the respect in the world to. Only you can do it. No matter how much we preach and blow and talk and hope and pray, but at the end of the day, the only person that can do it is you and that guy looking back at you in the mirror. So good luck and congratulations.
We save the best for last. We've instituted some special awards for the summer camp program. Unfortunately, we have an award established, Superintendent Pons Gentleman and Scholar Award, but the young man that was scheduled to receive that award is not here with us. So we will put that one on hold. But we have we instituted Representative Alan Williams Leadership Award. Representative Williams has been a super supporter from the very beginning. And again, this is one of those days where he's out of town or he would be here. Representative Williams would be here, but he's out of town. And so the young man who is going to receive Representative Alan Williams Leadership Award is presented to Eric Wells. For outstanding leadership, dedication, courage, and vocal leadership in Summer Camp 2013. Eric. The other award, the third one that we've put into place, the Mike Sheridan Humanitarian Award. Most of you are familiar with Mike Sheridan. He is the consummate humanitarian and a super supporter of 50 Large. So we have an award in his honor. Mike, again, is at a meeting. He's still very involved at FBMC, and especially when it comes to monthly financial meetings. And so he was trying to get here. He still might get here. But the Michael Sheridan Humanitarian Award is presented to Quandarius Dugan for commitment, support, and compassion. Quandarius Dugan. Okay, guys, that was it. We again, thank you. I'm always just really feel like blessed and full when I realize the kind of support in this community for these young men that exist in Tallahassee. And over the course of the last 3 or 4 years, we've worked with about a couple of hundred young men. And the great majority of them are doing well. They're on track, the great majority. And so we are definitely going to continue this work. I want my staff to stand up again. I want you guys to recognize Ron and Alejandro, Sean, okay? These sergeant at arms are working their butts off, I'm gonna tell you that. They're working their butts off and making it happen. And so, thanks again, my parents who are here. We need to make sure that parents know how much we appreciate them. Jamie Meek snuck in the back there. I need for Jamie to stand up, Dr. Gale. These are Leon County Schools administrators, very involved with 50 Large. And so, I think I've thanked everyone. Again, come on over to the headquarters and we're going to just have some cake and punch over there. We are going to treat these guys again to their favorite meal in the whole world. We're going to take them to Golden Corral. So they love Golden Corral. And so there was no way we couldn't, find a way to finish up with these guys standing in those lines again and again and again. Okay, thank you guys. See you next door.